According to a new report by Axios, the Biden camp and the Harris camp apparently not getting along too well these days, at least on the campaign side. Axios spoke with 10 different people involved in the campaign efforts as well as in Biden's team, and there's some issues apparently. So Biden's team does want Harris to win the election. That's good. You like that. But many senior Biden aides remain wounded by the president being pushed out of his reelection bid and are still adjusting to being a supporting role in the campaign trail. They're too much in their feelings, one close Harris ally said of the Trump's team, a sentiment shared by even by some of the White House aides. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know that they were wounded. I didn't know that their feelings were still hurt after a couple months. One salve perhaps for your wounded feelings is stop and think seriously and in an unbiased fashion about what it would look like right now if Joe Biden was still the candidate. That is a scary tale for Halloween season, I think.
Yes.
Because he'd be down by 20 points.
Yes.
Anyway, they have both policy priorities and apparently messaging difficulties as well. Some on the Harris team are saying that the Biden camp isn't even trying to sort of like coordinate with them. And as one example, Biden gave an impromptu press conference to the White House briefing room on Friday, just as Harris was about to do an event in Michigan, ensuring that her event would get less TV coverage than otherwise would have. And they're not implying that he did it so that that would happen, but that apparently was the effect of it happening. And so they could be coordinating a bit better. Now, look, I also think that there should be a limit to how much coordination they have. He still has to be the president to the extent that he physically can be. I don't want everything he does and says and executive orders being done exclusively to help out Harris's campaign. But that said, you could do your press conference at a slightly different time. I don't think that's a standard that I think is too high. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know about the press conference thing. That just seems to be like finding a reason to be mad. Like she's campaigning all the time. And he is president. So there's gonna be times when that's gonna happen. I'm not sure I would read into that much. I kind of feel like that is making a little bit, okay. 10 people maybe corroborated. I'm not sure. It just doesn't feel deliberate to me. But it's true, yeah, maybe Biden could have waited a little bit or whatnot. My thing about the Biden-Harris split is I wanna know about what, and I wanna know why. Like I wanna know what it's over. If it's over Gaza and Biden's fealty to Israel and sending more and more and more weapons and now 100 troops on the ground and an anti-missile defense system, another one, I'm with it. I'm curious. Like I want her to stay as far away from Biden's genocidal legacy as possible.
You dare to dream, Francesca.
But right.
I love the idea.
I know, because she's not saying it. That's not coming out of her mouth. She's in lockstep with him. So that's why I'm like, I would wish it was that. But here's the thing, here's what worries me, and the distance that she does put between her and Biden are some of the, although it's difficult to remember, the good things that Joe Biden did. The Inflation Reduction Act, the NLRB, and having much more progressive leadership. Lena Khan as the chair of the FTC, going after Amazon and Google and these monopolies. Like, where is she at on that? Why isn't she, heralding and lifting up those accomplishments? She really hasn't done that in the debates. She really hasn't done much of that. A little bit on the Inflation Reduction Act, but not much in these interviews. So that's why I don't like this distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's mostly they're mad. Like Biden is mad. I think all of his campaign staff are like, well, we were gonna still be around. Maybe we will, but maybe we won't now. I think that their feelings are hurt. They don't know what's gonna happen in their future or whatever. It's the Democratic Party, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be cycled around to some other BS thing or something. I think this is way more personal than it is political, although everyone can look at the Axios article to get some of the areas where their focus on labor issues is a little bit different. I think that's kind of on the outskirts of this feud.
Of just people and their egos.
Being babies about it. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.